It is the good things of this world, not the bad things, that produce a crop of imitations. All the good things in this world have very poor imitations. Among the watches, Rolex, Patek Philippe have many imitations. Among the shirts, Lacoste, and shoes, probably Adidas. It's the same thing with religions. It is the best religion in the world that is greatly imitated. The others are not. Have you heard of imitations of other religions outside the Catholic Church? Hardly. But the Catholic Church is so perfect, so great, that we have thousands of imitations. And like imitations, they are cheap. When imitations are sold cheap, it is precisely that they are cheap. And so in the Catholic religion, the original is very expensive in the sense that you have to do much in order to attain salvation. But look at the cheap imitations of the Catholic Church. The demands for salvation is so cheap. All you have to do is say that Jesus is Lord, and you are saved. And so Christ, knowing very well that His church would have thousands upon thousands of imitation, left some signs by which we can recognize His church. We have seen already some of the more spiritual signs which are not visible to the multitude but only to a few. But let us now look at some signs which are more visible to the multitude. In the early church, they had always mentioned what you call a profession of faith. It is usually recited before baptism and many ceremonials of the Catholic Church. Of course, you might be wondering, what is this profession of faith? It existed during the first 100 years of the Catholic Church and became more worldwide around the second 100 years of the Catholic Church. But around the first 100 years of the Catholic Church, it was already commonly referred to as the Apostles' Creed. Any Christian worthy of his name should accept the Apostles' Creed. It is part of the Catholic Church. It existed as early as the Catholic Church. If you have to deny the Apostles' Creed, you might as well deny all the teachings of Christ. For after all, the Apostles' Creed has been believed to be composed by the apostles themselves. In the Apostles' Creed, which later was extended to the Nicene Creed, a longer version of the Apostles' Creed, states that the Catholic Church, the true Church of Christ, has 4 visible marks. Now, this is not a new discovery. It was even at the beginning of the Catholic Church. And these signs, which are more visible to the multitude, unlike the ones we have discussed previously, are: it is one, holy, Catholic, and apostolic. The Catholic Church must be one. This means unity. It must be completely united. It must be one in doctrine, in way of life, and in liturgy. St. Paul, in writing to his communities, emphasized the importance of unity because he kept on reminding them, all the communities, that we are one body in Christ. And so unity is of the essence of the Catholic Church. And first and foremost, it is unity of doctrine. Now, the Catholic Church is considered as the bride of Christ. Now, if each church is the bride of Christ, then we may say that Christ has so many wives. And this cannot be. It has to be only one, a virgin bride, which is to be wedded to Christ. If you go around the world, everywhere, you will find that the Catholic Church has only one doctrine. There might be occasionally some misunderstanding and different opinions and doctrines among the priests and theologians, but all in all, when the Pope, the head, says, this is it, this is the doctrine, everyone has to submit to the Holy Father. That is why you will never find a Catholic Church anywhere in the world who differs in doctrine, in liturgy, and way of life. If there is a slight difference, it's because of the indolence or sloth of people, ignorance of people, but the doctrine of the Church is the same everywhere. Even in her darkest history, when the Catholic Church had two popes, one a pope, the real pope, and the other one an antipope, the Catholic Church was still united, in the sense that the two popes did not have different doctrines, and there was no schism between the two popes. In other words, the two popes were united to one another. The reason why the Catholic Church is always one everywhere in the world is because the teachings that they embrace, the truths that they believe, and the morals that they practice are all based on the fathers of the Church, on the tradition of the Catholic Church as put together by the fathers. Having seen, therefore, the importance of unity in the Catholic Church, each one of us Catholics should try to make this sign oneness, more visible to the world. Because it is only when this sign is very visible, because we ourselves are one in mind and heart, will people be attracted to the Catholic faith. As of now, it is not evident. That is why we are losing more Catholic than winning others to our church. The second visible sign of the Catholic Church, as expressed by the Apostles' Creed, is that she is holy. Many Catholics give the wrong impression that when we say the Catholic Church is holy, it is because there are so many miracles within the Catholic Church. No, this is not the holiness we refer to. Or sometimes they refer to the religious orders, convents of contemplative nuns that we have in the Catholic Church, which other denominations do not have. But still, this is not what makes the Catholic Church holy. Or sometimes they mention the fact we have places like Lourdes and Fatima that exude auras of holiness. Well, that's true, but still, this is not what we refer to when we say that the Catholic Church is holy. When we say that the Catholic Church is holy, we mean that the Church makes people holy. It is not the people inside who are holy. It is the fact that the Church makes people holy. By holy, we mean that the Catholic Church is sanctifying its members, and not so much that the members are sanctifying the Church. No. Holiness is like a fragrant bouquet of the Catholic Church. Look at the Catholic ceremonies and liturgy. It exudes holiness. This is the holiness that is shown to all the people, even if we do not understand what is going on. To a point that a noted atheist once said that if ever he becomes a religious man, he would embrace the Catholic Church. It is sad that this sign, holy, visible sign of the Catholic Church, is not very evident in the Catholic Church. And the reason behind it are the bad ones are more obvious to the people around us rather than the holy ones, if there are holy ones. When we look at the Catholic Church, what we see are the bad Catholic politicians and the bad Catholic judges and the bad Catholic educators. And the reason why this holiness does not exude from the Catholic Church is because most of us would like to enter heaven as cheaply as possible. As far as possible, we want to enter heaven free. And that's the reason why this other Christian sect, the poor imitations that demand a cheap price, is so attractive to us because we are cheap. When a Catholic misbehaves, he is removing the shine from that visible sign of the Catholic Church, holy. He is hiding that sign, the visible sign, holy. He's making it disappear from the face of the earth. Now that is a very serious sign because you are preventing the people around to find the true Church of Christ. It is the sin of scandal. And that is more serious than the first sin that you have committed that made you unholy. Jesus Christ, the founder of the Catholic Church, is pure holiness. And He made His church holy. And God's will is that this holiness in His church should shine forth for the whole world to see in you. God bless you.